Hello and welcome to Oweleketv. I am Antonia Nwokolo. The news headlines. SERAP initiates lawsuits against INEC over alleged failure to prosecute electoral offenders. FUOYE Vice Chancellor advocates for 1 million naira academic salary increase. On the foreign scene, United States Congressman calls for Nigeria's inclusion on religious persecution watch list. And in sports, link persists between Napoli striker Victor Osimhen and Chelsea for January transfer.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. Now the news in details. The Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Oweleketv, Professor Abayomi Fashinor, urges the government to raise academic salaries, emphasizing that a professor should earn no less than 1 million naira monthly. Speaking in Oweleketv while receiving an award from the Correspondence Chapel of Nigerian Union of Journalists, Fashinor applauds the federal government's decision to exclude public universities from the integrated personnel and payroll system. He highlights the benefits of autonomy, stating that it enables efficient management and the ability to use internally generated revenue to supplement government funding. Fashinor also points out the drawbacks of IPPIS, citing bureaucracy and delays in salary disbursement, and expresses gratitude for the newfound independence in handling university affairs. The National Coordinator of the South-South Elders Forum, Chief Anab Saregbe, asserts that Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State will not be subservient to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. In an interview on Channels Television Sunrise Daily, Saregbe highlights the challenges of controlling a sitting governor due to enormous influence and power associated with the position. Saregbe criticizes the minister and accuses him of greed, asserting that he has taken control of both the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party, an unprecedented move in Nigerian politics. He emphasizes the difficulty of expecting subservience from a sitting governor and commends Fubara's loyalty despite the challenges. Former spokesperson for the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Dr. Emenazu Jackson, and factional speaker Amewule expressed concerns about Wike's dominance and control over state affairs. Jackson calls for Rivers people to rise and protect the state, while Amewule rejects the 2024 appropriation bill and accuses Fubara of withholding funds meant for the assembly. Amewule, among with 26 other lawmakers, defects from PDP to the APC, citing party divisions. He criticizes the passage of the 2024 budget by factional speaker Ehi and 4 lawmakers, declaring it null and void. Amewule asserts that the law clearly states that the need for a quorum of 11 members for any legislative action to be valid. Despite concerns about potential attacks, Amewule affirms the constitutionality of the defection and asserts that the House of Assembly remains intact, committed to serving the people of Rivers State. The Pan-Yoruba Sociocultural and Political Organization, AFENIFERE, expresses apprehension regarding the surge in armed robbery incidents in the southwest region. The organization urges the federal government and security agencies to intensify efforts in addressing the growing threats of insecurity, particularly in armed robbery and kidnapping cases. In a Sunday statement issued by its National Publicity Secretary, Jare Ajayi, AFENIFERE voices concern about the armed robbery attacks on 2 commercial banks in Ikeri, Ekiti State, resulting in the death of 3 Amotekun security personnel and injuries to innocent people. The organization highlights that this incident followed closely after the murder of Taiwo Oyekomi, Ogun State Director of Finance, on 29 November 2023 by armed robbers who stole millions meant for government workers. AFENIFERE also mentions other insecurity incidents, including kidnappings and killings on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, a 13-year-old student abduction in Ikotun, Lagos, and sundry abductions in various parts of Lagos. The organization cites reports that indicate the police awareness of these situations with assurances of decisive actions to apprehend the perpetrators. The concerned organization calls for urgent and effective intervention to curb the escalating insecurity menace in the southwest region. Let's go on a short break. We will be right back.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has commenced legal action against the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, citing its purported negligence in apprehending and prosecuting suspected electoral offenders during the governorship elections in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa states. The lawsuit was officially lodged on Friday at the Federal High Court in Abuja, as disclosed in a press release issued on Sunday. SERAP is seeking an order of mandamus to compel INEC to investigate allegations of electoral offences, including electoral violence, during the off-cycle governorship elections in the mentioned states. Additionally, they are requesting an order of mandamus to force INEC to disclose spending details related to the off-cycle governorship elections, encompassing voter and civic education expenditures, as well as specifics of activities conducted in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa. The organization contends that ensuring accountability for serious electoral offences in the mentioned state is of paramount public interest. They argue that granting this relief will press INEC to fulfill its constitutional and statutory obligations, thereby curbing the impunity of the electoral offenders. SERAP emphasizes the need to address the recurring issues of electoral bribery and violence, which they believe undermine Nigeria's electoral process and participatory democracy. The Prison Rehabilitation Mission International advocates for meaningful engagement of inmates across Nigerian correctional centers, deems annual budget allocations and subventions as wasteful. The mission believes that providing productive activities for inmates could transform prisons into self-funding systems. Dr. Silas Falokun, Regional Director of PREMI North and South America, who is also affiliated with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice in the United States, made this appeal during the Rehabilitation, Reformation, Reintegration and Resettlement Panacea for Crime Reduction in Nigeria conference held in Lagos on Saturday. Falokun highlighted the need for inmates to be productively engaged, creating a contrast with the current situation where many prisoners have nothing to occupy their time. He criticized the practice of keeping able-bodied individuals in prison without providing opportunities for them to contribute positively to society. He emphasized the successful business model of prisons in Texas, where inmates engage in various activities and contribute to their upkeep. He urged the Nigerian government to allow PREMI access to correctional facilities in the country to implement changes that promote inmates' productivity and avoid leaving them as burdens on the state. Bishop Kayode Williams, Director General of PREMI, stressed the need for a transition in the Nigerian prison system that enables inmates to reintegrate into society successfully without resorting to crime again. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, has resigned from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet to take up his elected position as Plateau South Senator. Lalong, former governor of Plateau State, successfully secured the Plateau South senatorial seat and is scheduled to be sworn in this week by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Lalong, who served as the Director General of the Tinubu campaign organization for the February presidential poll, initiated legal action after losing the senatorial election according to INEC's initial declaration. The Court of Appeal, however, ruled in his favor, nullifying the election of Air Vice Marshal Napoleon Bali of the People's Democratic Party after tendering his resignation following the Federal Executive Council meeting on Wednesday. Lalong's departure from the cabinet was confirmed by a presidential aide, Imran Mohammed. The aide tweeted that President Tinubu has accepted Lalong's resignation and his valedictory will take place at the next Federal Executive Council meeting. The party spokesman, Silvanus Namang, also confirmed Lalong's resignation from FEC, and the party leadership has commended his decision to resume in the Senate, avoiding a supplementary senatorial election and capitalizing on his experience as a former House of Assembly Speaker. Lalong received his certificate of return last month and engaged in consultations with party leaders regarding his replacement in the cabinet. As Nigeria exceeds its 2023 600 million naira expatriate quota target by over 100%, revelations of unfair employment practices, abuse of the system, and influx of foreign workers raise serious concerns. Despite the Minister of Interior disclosing that Nigeria has generated 1.2 billion naira in EQ revenue, stakeholders express worry over government agencies' alleged role in aiding abuses and profiteering. The presence of about 150,000 expatriates in Nigeria, particularly in sectors such as oil and gas, construction, telecommunication, manufacturing, and hospitality, has sparked debate on local job opportunities and wage disparities. The average basic salary of expatriates is reportedly over 45% higher than that of Nigerian employees, creating a significant wage gap. Despite promises from the federal government to implement stiffer sanctions for EQ abuse and protect local employment, the problem still persists. Stakeholders point out that the abuse of EQs contributes to a skill gap and undermines Nigeria's employee job security. Allegations of prisoners from foreign lands working in Nigeria, along with indications that some foreign employers are shoplifting expertise to abroad, have raised concerns about the effect on local labor supply. The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board reportedly rejected 328 expatriate requests from oil and gas company in 12 months, signaling a growing trend of applications for EQs. However, despite these efforts, concerns remain about the government's commitment to addressing unfair labor practices and protecting local jobs. Up next are stories on the foreign scene after the break.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. On the foreign scene, U.S. Congressman Christopher Smith calls for Nigeria to be designated a country of particular concern due to rising religious persecution. In a letter to the U.S. Department of State, Smith highlights Nigeria's record of religious persecution, citing a disturbing statistics that 90% of Christians killed globally for their faith in 2022 were in Nigeria. Smith calls for Nigeria's designation under the International Religious Freedom Act and urges the appointment of a special envoy. He also advocates for support of House of Resolution 82 addressing these concerns. Car crashes into President Biden's motorcade outside campaign headquarters in Wilmington. The incident occurred as Biden was leaving the headquarters with the First Lady. A car collided with a U.S. Secret Service vehicle used to block an intersection, prompting federal law enforcement to surround the vehicle. Video footage shows Biden talking to a heckler when the crash occurred, and Secret Service agents quickly moved to protect him. No official statements were released by the White House or Secret Service following the incident. In entertainment, the family of popular Nigerian comic actor John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, has released a statement addressing misconceptions surrounding the actor's health. Contrary to circulating reports on social media, the family clarified that Mr. Ibu has undergone amputation on only one leg, not both. According to the statement posted on the actor's Instagram page, the initial amputation proved insufficient to resolve his health challenges, leading to a subsequent amputation on the same leg. The family refuted claims attributing Mr. Ibu's illness to diabetes, revealing that the actor has been contending with clotting of blood in his leg, attributed to diseased blood vessels. The family sought to correct the misinformation circulating on social media, emphasizing that the amputation was limited to one leg and not both. And in sports, Napoli striker Victor Osimhen is the subject of ongoing transfer rumors linking him to a move to Chelsea in the January transfer window. The Nigerian international, known for his goal-scoring prowess, has been identified as a potential solution to Chelsea's need for a clinical striker. Osimhen, who has expressed admiration for former Chelsea striker Didier Drogba, has been on Chelsea's radar for some time. Concerns about the Blues' ability to secure European football and the team's development developmental phase have previously impacted potential negotiations. However, a new development suggests that Osimhen is set to sign a new contract with Napoli, and reports indicate that it will include a release clause of approximately £110 million. Napoli is reportedly anticipating offers in the near future and is already searching for a replacement. This release clause establishes a clear valuation for Osimhen, providing Chelsea with a defined price for negotiations. While the deal is considered expensive, Osimhen's goal-scoring abilities could address Chelsea's need for consistent goal-scoring and potentially enhance the performance of other players in the team, such as Christopher Nkunku, Miakalo Modric, by creating more goal-scoring opportunities. And just before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. SERAP initiates lawsuits against INEC over alleged failure to prosecute electoral offenders. FUOYE Vice-Chancellor advocates for £1 million academic salary increase. On the foreign scene, United States Congressman calls for Nigeria's inclusion on religious persecution watch list. And in sports, link persists between Napoli striker Victor Osimhen and Chelsea for January transfer. And that's the package on our news bulletin. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at Oweleketv. Our website is www.oweleketv.tv. I am Antonia Nwokolo. Thank you for watching.